I want to share what I've been doing on productivity so far. So this is just the start of the brand, and I need to be very organized. So I need to have stuff to do daily and work towards it. A strategy, because I can't be working on a business based on vibes. So I need to have strategies and things to do on a daily basis. But then being productive is very, very hard, and setting everything up seems to be something simple, but it's not. It's really hard. Well, for me, Sha, it's really hard. So this is what I have been doing since Saturday. So I actually used ChatGPT. I went on GPT's apps and I used the productivity GPT. So there is one specifically for time management. So let me show. I won't be sharing my screen, but let me show you. So I didn't know where to start from, so I went to explore GPTs. I went to explore GPTs. Okay, this is the explore. And I just typed productivity, time management, and I think this is the one I clicked on, the time management productivity. Yeah, so the first thing I did was to list out everything I'll be doing after launching. And I just listed out everything I'll be doing. I think these are everything. I'll be working on ads, and ads are also categorized in different sections. We have the TikTok ads, Meta ads, Google ads, and all this also has lots of subsections. So I'll need a lot of time on ads, and also running influencer marketing, affiliates. I'll be working on that also. I'll be working on emails to my subscribers, content day. Yeah. So content day is also something very, very intensive. So I'll be running content for Instagram, TikTok mainly Instagram and TikTok. Also, I'll be making content for YouTube's also. And all these are also intensive, planning the content, prepping for the content, making the content, editing the content. And as I've said, I won't be the one editing the content. I already have a social media manager doing that for me. So even with that already out of the equation, the rest is also still intensive. So that's aside, and one day may not really be enough for content creation, considering there'll be two different contents, portraits for Instagram, TikTok, and then a separate content for YouTube, because my YouTube is mainly for me to share the behind the scenes and marketing stuffs, how I'm doing these things. Like the target audience are quite different. The target audience for my Instagram, TikTok are mainly, the target audience for the business. And for YouTube, the target audience for my YouTube are like other content creators, other business owners, entrepreneurs. So I'm sharing that lifestyle with them, starting a brand, plus being a mother, trying to navigate, blah blah blah. So they're two totally different target audiences. So it means I can't really repurpose so much contents. And to me, sometimes I feel like repurposing, sometimes I feel lazy to repurpose. I feel like repurposing sometimes is even time consuming, like me re-editing the videos and adjusting and all. Yeah, so sometimes I find I feel lazy to do that, so I think I just prefer making it like this. And for now, I'm just doing 5 content for IG, TikTok, and 1 content for YouTube weekly. So these are the content I need to create weekly. And so I wanted to be doing batch content creation before, like monthly batch content creation, do that for a whole week. But then with all other tasks that need to be get done, I'll just run myself out, and I'll be burnt out if I do it like that. So I was just like, okay, let me just take it one step at a time and take things slow. Nobody is chasing me. I'm not chasing anybody. So do things weekly, and it will be five content for IG, TikTok for now, and one content for YouTube. I think last week I was able to just create three content on content day, and it's really because I didn't start early. I don't really get to start things early anymore, because I tend to spend my whole morning to my baby and the house, and me getting ready, me eating, prepping, and getting myself in the best mental state as possible for me to work. So before I'm able to like be ready to work, then it will be around 1 p.m. So these days my day starts from 1 p.m., and I don't want to give myself pressure. There is no pressure at all. We're living the soft life where we're doing everything gradually, step by step. So I've just accepted that, okay, that's how my life will be right now. So the 12 to late at night, and I'm a night worker, so I love to work till night. Even though most nights I tend to give most nights to my baby, trying to get him to sleep and all. But then I work till like 12, and I tend to sleep around 1 to sometimes 2 a.m., and I'm okay with that because I prefer to work like that. So I'm now thinking of, how can I make the most use of 12 p.m. to like 8 p.m., because it's possible to do that if I plan everything well, and I maximize my time, and I follow it to the T. Even if someone has just 1 hour to be dedicated on things, someone can get so much done. So if I can dedicate just those times, then I can still be able to get so much done strategically. Yeah, so that's what I'm doing now. So back to this, I just had to list out everything I think I'll be making weekly. I'll be working on weekly, which is the ads, the influencer marketing. I really don't know how to go about that right now. That is not really top of priority for now. I need to set up all the ads first. Then email, I've already set up my Clavio and all, but I'll still need to be sending out 3 emails weekly to subscribers. And so that is also very important. Yeah, content creation. Yeah, those are like the main things I'll be working on. And even as at that, it's still very, very bulky. So that's just in summary. Yeah, so I just did things like this. In April, what do I want to cover? Because all these things, I'm sending all these things to ChatGPT. I think I've already sent ChatGPT a prompt before. Let's see. Yeah, so I've already sent ChatGPT a prompt before on, I see, I just say my mind to ChatGPT. Even if I don't know how to say something, I'll just tell it, I don't know how to say this, but I want to get this done. Ask me the best questions. I have many things I want to work on. TikTok, blah blah blah. Do I need to work on Okay, do I need to work on everything at once, or I should take them one by one by priority, blah, blah, blah. So I didn't really know how to go about it, but I just speak out loud to ChatGPT. I just write things out. And from there, ChatGPT gives me clarity, and it asks me the questions I need. So a lot of times we need to get something done, but we don't know how to go about that thing. With that, we won't start anything, but we need to start something. So it means whatever it is that you have in mind, you don't know how to start it, you don't know how to even give it the prompts, because sometimes you want to use ChatGPT and you just be giving silly prompts, and ChatGPT will just be giving you confusing answers, and then you, without you knowing, you've spent 1 hour, 2 hours on it without getting anything done, and you'll be fatigued, you'll be so tired, you'll even leave it. That happens to me a lot of times, but I've come to realize, okay, if I don't really understand anything, I should just say it. I don't understand this thing, but I want to get this thing done. This is what I want. This is what I have in mind. Okay, so I also add, consider this. I have a new baby, so I dedicate morning to him and start work from 12 p.m. to 8 p.m. So this will be well tailored to me. It's not something, so the answers GPT will give me won't be a generic answer. So I just started with that, and it gave me step by step stuffs. So GPT explained stuffs to me, and he told me to organize things based on priority. I mean, these things looks like things I should have known. And it looks like it's as simple as me just stating out things I need to get done Monday, Tuesday to Sunday. But then it's not as direct as that. Like, I need to have proper understanding of each things. So I'll, when you have proper understanding of some things, then your mind will be a bit at rest. Then you know that, okay, you're doing the right thing, rather than me just stating everything out without getting any clarity, and me moving forward, sometimes my mind is not at rest. Yeah, so I just had to list out things based on priority. Yeah, so after it listed all this time box. Okay, so after it listed all that, I just told GPT, okay, I want to do this thing. This is not what I told GPT. I'm just saying I want to do these things month by month. That is, I have a big task of where I'm going. I know where I want to go, like the final end results. For example, yeah, let's say I have a whole big task of making 50 sales in 3 months. Then that won't be my main aim. I'll need to break it down into smaller pieces, smaller parts. And that's what I did here, so that, you can't, when you're climbing a step, you need to climb the first step before you get to the sixth step. You can't just get to the sixth step without climbing the first step. And for the brain to be able to decipher everything properly and be well organized, it's better to break everything down into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 steps. That is, if I want to make 50 sales in 3 months, what are the things I need to achieve in the first month? What are the smaller things I need to achieve before I can get there? So I can't just work on making 50 sales, like that's main the sixth task. I need to work on the first task, then second task, third, fourth, then I'll get to my final results. And that's what I did here. So this is April. Let's do all these tasks for my April tasks. Let's do all this for my April tasks. And that's what I was just thinking out loud, and I just typed that to GPT. My main aim for April is to make 20 sales, and I want to use a planner journal. Yeah, instead of using Notion and all. Well, I'll still try to use all those apps for it, but I think I I love it when I have a book, a planner. I write it down and I'm crossing out each task. Like, I just feel fulfilled in a way. So I prefer writing down my tasks and having a journal. So I told GPT to ask me questions if needed. In April, I want to cover so, and so. So I told GPT, in April, these are the tasks I want to cover. I want to cover ads, mainly Meta, TikTok, and Google ads. Then I want to write 3 weekly emails to subscribers, optimize email for better conversion, optimize Shopify for better conversion. Then I want to have content day. I want to create 5 content weekly for IG, TikTok, because those are my primary platforms. I still have Pinterest for SEO and Facebook, but my Facebook is linked to my IG. So whenever I post to IG, it's automatically posts to Facebook. So I don't really bother about Facebook. So when I create content, I'm just thinking about content good for IG and TikTok. So five content weekly for IG, TikTok, and one content for YouTube weekly. A day to plan the content and write scripts. Editing is done by a social media manager I employed. So I needed to understand that, okay, all this content, I won't be the one editing the content. The content will be edited by someone else. So it gave me a good result, and it gave me some questions to ask. So it asks about what products are you selling, what's your average order value, blah blah blah. So I answered the questions, but I told GPT, okay, don't divert this thing. This thing is okay. I answered the question, but I told GPT not to worry about marketing strategy. I'm going to do marketing strategy separately, and this GPT is specializes on time management and productivity. So I don't need you to do the marketing strategy for me. I want you to focus on productivity. I answered the questions, but I told it your main focus is productivity while still answering the question in case it needs the answers to, get me to be more productive, like plan everything well. So I don't know why it asks some questions on my marketing and all. So it also asks, do I want to work on weekends? And I said, yes, I want to work every day, but on Sundays, I want to batch cook, clean the house, spend time with my son, and plan for a new week and rest. So, all these things are very tailored to me. Do you run ads by yourself or have a media buyer? I said by myself. Your sales channel setup. So I told GPT only Shopify for now. I also plan to set up TikTok shop, but for now, it's not a top priority. So I'm not bothered about that this month, at least for the first 2 weeks. I looked through everything it said here, like everything it gave me here, and I see that there are some things not really for me. So I typed everything out. I want to write all the emails in a day and schedule it, because I think it gave me different days to for writing emails. So and I told GPT, no, I don't want to write one email per day and scatter everything around like that. No, I want to get all my emails done and schedule it in a day. And I told GPT this thing is going to take a day, because I am the one that knows how long these tasks will take. So I'm kind of giving GPT like the time interval of each task, how bulky, how intensive, time intensive each task will take, so that he will know how to plan the stuffs for me. And as I'm doing all this, it's not even really like I kind of need GPT's help. But as I'm doing all this, as I'm writing out all these things, I'm understanding it more, because it's like me having a conversation. It's getting out of my head. I'm writing it down. I'm talking it out loud. So I'm understanding it better. I'm just thinking out loud. For the first 2 weeks, let's break the April down into the first 2 weeks. For the first 2 weeks, I want to spend more time on ads, because all these ads, I just really need to set them up for the first 2 weeks, then work on the creatives, add creatives, the copy and everything, do the testing. So the later stuffs I'll be doing are like analytics, analyzing, tweaking, little things. So it can't be like me doing all the ads all over again, because if I want to set up ads, I'll probably set up to like 4 different ads for now and test it, because I don't have data yet for my business. So I need to gather data and test different things to know what works and what doesn't work. So I simply told GPT for the first 2 weeks I want to spend more time on ads, because there's a lot to do: creating ad creatives, setting up and looking at all the platforms. Then the rest will be analyzed and tweaking, blah, 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 blah. So Meta, TikTok, Google Ads should even be broken down. Yeah, so I told GPT all these ads, I also want them to be broken down into even smaller pieces. So I told GPT content creation takes a whole day, And email is also broken down into creating email copy, designing and scheduling, which takes a whole day to review, analyze, and optimize takes less time. Yeah, because setting up all these things are the ones that take more time. Reviewing and analyzing takes less time. And whatever data I want to analyze, I'll also make use of ChatGPT analytics and GPT to help me analyze all this data. Because see, I'm just starting up. I don't really know. I enjoy data analysis, analyzing stuffs, but I don't really know so much about it. So GPT is guiding me, is teaching me about analyzing and what to do, what not to do, what next to test, keeping me organized and building strategy. Writing YouTube scripts and filming also take a whole day, and I would like to do it in a day. The top three priorities are ads, very, very important, content, and email. All these things are enough for GPT to help me build something well tailored. So here are the results of April productivity blueprint. The core goal: make 20 sales through focused execution on ads, content, and email. Work hours: 12 p.m. to 8 p.m. And Sunday is for life admin, weekly plus weekly planning. It's a no work day. Also, monthly priority. Yeah, so it stated monthly priority structure. Top three priorities are ads, contents, email marketing, and the weekly tasks. So it's broken down into even weekly tasks. So it gave me all this three daily time block templates. It gave me templates also. Here is another part. It's good if there is like each time allocated to each work. For example, ad works, ads, you're doing ads. No, that's not even how it works. That's not what I want to say. So basically, what I want to say is it's good to allocate each time to each thing you want to do, because all these tasks, I myself, I will break them down into smaller pieces, because this is where GPT helped me too. I'm here to go further on what to do next. But from all this, I just went through all this and I wrote out the things I need to get done in weekly. Monday, ad work, Tuesday, email, Wednesday, content creation, YouTube, blah, 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 like that. And you see all this, that's not the end. All this, I'm still going to take each one by one, what to do on Monday, then break it down even more for me to know what exactly do I want to do on Monday. So that is on Monday for ad work, I want to plan different creatives and I want to edit those creatives. Are they pictures or videos or both? Then for the video, how do I want to go about creating the creatives, planning it, the script writing, everything. So I'm going to break it down to smaller pieces, and that's where I want to talk about the time allocation to each tasks. So that is, if I take my ads, let me switch back to me. Okay, so that is, if I take the ads and I say, okay, the ad creatives I want to create, how many hours do I want to allocate to it? I want to start working from 12 to 8. So let's say it will take 3 to 4 hours. And I say, okay, this is from 12 to so time. Then the other tasks, planning, because I need to be strategic about all these things. Planning the ads, how it will go, what do I need to get done. Then everything I do, GPT helps me with everything I do, because clarity is the most important. Building a strategy and everything is really important for me to like know where I'm going, then working towards it. Because when you know where you're going and what you need to do, then you don't really have much issue. You just need to start working on it. But if I don't know where I'm going or how to start, then how will I even move forward? And yeah, that's why I use GPT most of the times. So I'm yet to get to that part. I'll still probably make another video on it, on allocating time, but I don't really want to allocate so much time to it, because I take care of baby in between, so it may not really work out for me so much. But if it's someone else that probably doesn't have a kid or something unpredictable, then this will work perfectly. But it's not like it won't work perfectly for me. I think I just need to get more practical. By the time I get more practical and I'm getting things done, then that's when I will know what works and what doesn't work, if I can allocate time to it or not, or what do I need to tweak. Probably this plan I have right now, probably it won't work out so much and I need to adjust some things there. So this is how I went from not really knowing how to go about my productivity to at least 60% getting my head right on productivity and knowing where to go. So I just want to share that over here. As I progress on productivity, I'm going to make more videos on productivity. So guys, that's it for this video. Kindly drop some comments, let me know what you think. If I've been talking too much, shall let me know what you think. Kindly subscribe, comment, share, like, do all sorts. Yeah, that's it. Thank you and